You are powerful, that you are unique, that you're carrying something that this new heaven and this new earth needs to see in order to heal and to love and to grow. We need you. We need you. I need you. Step forward. My angels, I'm just in the kitchen doing some fun little work, a little secret project. I need to stand in front of it. I'll be talking about it soon. But anyways, I had a quick share for you. This is such a highly charged week. In terms of what's going on energetically in our beautiful universe, I want to say a quick word about this because I know that, again, this whole astrological cosmos stuff, it can get such a bad rap. It can be put quickly into this woo-woo basket, right? Here's the truth. If the moon has the power to pull an entire body of water in and out, an entire coastline around a 75% surface area of the world, what the hell, or the heaven, I should say, is it able to do in your body, which is 75% water, a little more than that? I'm leaving that with you because here's the reality. We are energetically interconnected, and the grass and us and the stars and the moon, we are all interwoven together in this story that's playing out. And the reason I say this week is such a big deal because I'm not an astrologer, and I'm not able to teach you about all of that stuff. And I also don't align with astral worship. So you'll have some astrologers who are going to give you the energetics of it, but they're going to give it to you with the names of gods and goddesses, which I don't personally align with. But that does not mean that I dishonor them or throw the baby out with the bathwater, because they have done their work. I love them. I love their passion. I love their belief that they're willing to believe, that they're able to endure all of the labels and the stigmas that they must have endured, and that they've given genuine time and study to this. I really honor them. And if you're watching this and you are an astrologer of any kind, I honor you. I'm so proud of your resilience, of your childlike, beautiful heart. And I just want to say that, okay? I honor your community and I honor the work you do. I also honor those who are, let's say, take the Judeo-Christian faith, and they would have heard in their belief system passed on, do not consult the stars, do not worship the stars, and etc. And what's happened in your group, if you are of the Judeo-Christian faith, is that you've been passed on theology and translations of theology that have caused you to want to be faithful to your God and to say, no, I'm not going to buy into that stuff. I'm going to stay straight away from that stuff. And it's out of the goodness of your heart and your desire to be loyal to your God, right? I want to tell you that perhaps in all of that inheritance of faith, there has been a need for someone to go back into those scriptures and go a little bit back to the basics, the foundations, which is why we have so many people back in Genesis right now, and to rediscover what Yahweh was creating and what he has created and how that works together. My point being, my conclusions to it are as I began this video. The Creator created, and energetics are created only by the Creator. I'm just going really basic, baseline level. Okay. Having said all that, this week is about, it's like the birth canal of the new heaven and the new earth. It's about coming into a place where you decide what is going forward into your new day and what you're going to leave behind. And it is very much about what you choose, okay? It's about what you choose to do with every part of the story that you are currently walking in or have been walking in. This week is really about 555 on my clock. This week is really about journaling. It's really about vision. It's really about pushing in prayer, in seeking guidance, and not trying to action a bunch of things, but just sitting in stillness as much as you can. I don't mean physically sitting still. I mean energetically sitting still as we walk around, just being in our bodies, communing with God and saying, I need your help. I've gotten myself this far and I can't see what I can't see, right? I'm stuck in what I'm stuck in, all right? This is truly a moment of where the concept of deliver me into destiny, your will be done. This is that kind of a week, but it's partnering with God and saying, I want your will to be done in my life. And what I realize is that there's things I'm fighting for that I've been fighting for forever and they just aren't happening. They need to be dropped. There's things that I'm excited about, but I'm just really scared. I don't know. I didn't think that was me. That just feels like somebody else. That needs to be picked up. Are you excited about it? Is it giving you like just a little bit of a healthy fear? Do you know what I'm saying? This week is about bringing everything before Adonai. That's my universal truth. And saying, I have all these pieces on the table and I can feel destiny calling. I can feel it. I really, most of the time, you guys know I'm huge on saying, trust yourself, trust your intuition. I'm huge on that. But there is a moment for everything and there's a tension. And you know what it's like, because in a relationship, why do we have relationships with other people, right? If we were perfectly self-sustaining, we would never need anybody else's input in our lives. But we do need input sometimes, and we can't always see sometimes. And I think that's kind of beautiful, because that's when that vulnerability and that trust really has to kick into play. And we have to find a friend, and we have to find our outside in divine inner guidance, right? And we have to lean in and say, I don't know if I trust myself with this one. I need you to I need confirmation. And if you've been toying with something for a really long time, just throw it down. This is the time to just throw it down, because if you know, there comes a moment when something that you might have thought you were being faithful with or persevering with, when it has just become a weight around your neck, and it's time to put it down. This week is about asking ourselves, the belief systems that I have been carrying, are they based on what I truly believe, my values right now, my experiences personally with the divine, whoever that is for you, with God? That am I just walking around with a bunch of inherited beliefs that I'm blah, 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 and I'm preaching and I'm blah, but I don't actually align? Like my life, if you looked at my life, it doesn't look like it's been built on those belief systems. My body doesn't look like I believe that. My mind, the inside of my mind, it doesn't sound like I believe that, right? I'm not saying to doubt your faith. I'm saying ask yourself where you have said, I believe this, but you're not walking in it, okay? There's a difference. The closer you get to God, by the way, I know I for a long time thought that meant that I was gonna look like I had it all together and I was always gonna be wise and I was gonna, whatever. But what I have found is that the closer I get and the more I heal, the more tender I get, the more sensitive I get to hearing my own thoughts, recognizing my own ego, and I can be really aware of fear where belief systems are concerned. Love casts out fear. So if I am afraid, I have to be able to ask myself, why? Where's that fear coming from? Is it coming from me not actually believing that, but needing to test that, to wrestle with that concept until I do believe it, till I get it in my bones? Or is it coming from me going, I just think something else is true? And I'm so afraid to look at that or explore that. I'm just afraid, right? Orphan mindset, not divine child mindset, orphan mindset. And that is where, going forward, I really want to encourage you guys around those two concepts. That's what's been coming to me, is the orphan mindset, fears, exploring, playing, asking questions, not knowing, right? The divine child, the son, the daughter, is kind of able to just go and knows everything is permissible. Not everything is beneficial, but everything is permissible for me. So it's about staying connected in relationship. I really want to encourage you guys this week to take it all to the paper. Take it all out on a walk. Do your work this week. And I know if you're tired, I've been a little bit tired of like transformation and journaling and doing the work, but we really need to press through this week and put those intentions, because what I have heard, and it resonates with me, is that there's this kind of blue moon coming up. And I can't really explain it to you, but the idea is whatever you come with, the intentions you come with, and you bring before your God, you put out into your will, right? Having heard and done your work this week, having heard, right? Because if you go back to God and you go, I need your help, I need you to intervene, deliver me into this, and then you get a download, or you don't, right? And you just have to, in silence and fear and trembling, make a decision. You still have to arrive at the end of this week with a decision. You cannot escape your sovereign consequences this week. You cannot escape it. So if you have no intentions and you get to the end of the week, then you will probably just find everything on a loop, and you'll probably just see very little change, right? If you bring at the end of this week your intentions, I'm gonna build this, I wanna do this, I have this vision, then you will find next week a grace, and I'm speaking this prophetically, you will find a grace that erupts from within, that bubbles up and erupts, and there's gonna be so much power. And I believe personally, entities working for us, energy behind the scenes to create the new heaven and earth. If we show up at the end of the week and we have decided that we're gonna cut some things off, we're gonna let go of some things, next week we're gonna wake up and we're gonna find that there is a grace to let go, to move forward, that we're not stuck anymore. We're not feeling stuck. We set our intention. Oh, I'm getting chills. We made our decision, and I'm getting really emotional. The Creator is here for it, to back it, to show his sons and daughters, right? That they are who they think they are. They are divine children. They are powerful. They are in their sovereignty. They will be going forward in this energy. They will be ruling. They will be reigning. I'm getting chills right up my arm. They will. They will. They will. Why? Because they want to heal the world. If you ask God, your will be done, you cannot go wrong. Do you understand? You cannot go wrong. I don't care who you believe in. If you say, God, your will be done, God will move heaven and earth to answer that prayer. That's what I believe. So get your journals out, go on your walks, do your work. You guys, I just want to send out all of my blessing to you. I send all of my blessing for reflection, all of my blessing for stillness, all of my blessing to you. I'm thinking of every one of you right now who may find this video. I'm sending you every intention for you to discover that you are powerful, that you are unique, that you're carrying something that this new heaven and this new earth needs to see in order to heal and to love and to grow. We need you. We need you. I need you. Step forward. Stop hiding. Let me see your face. Let me see you shine. You were put here to shine your light. So I want you to shine. I want you to get ready to shine in 2026, but 2027, glow up for the world. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm believing. Okay? I love you guys. My beautiful stars. I love you. Mwah.